Hey guys, Ross Grease Gaming back with another video, and today we got a update coming out very soon. The public test server is running right now, the 6.1, and they also thrown us with a loop where ranked 6, is it? Yeah, 6th ranked season is coming back, and they told us get your tier 7s ready, so I thought we'd go over ranks tier 7 ships that we could see in there and which ones I actually would recommend for this. Now let's go and start with, of course, you got tier 7. Now let's go pick. Let's start with let's start with carriers. I don't have many. Of course the Saipan's going to get used, and probably the other one that probably is going to be the other big hit is of course the Hyrule. But I don't know if anybody's going to be going for the American line, which, if I remember correctly, isn't it the... yeah, it's the Ranger. I don't think anybody's going to be using the Ranger, but they could be using it, but I wouldn't recommend the Ranger. I'd recommend more the Saipan, because it's a premium, and the other one, of course, would be the Henry. Now, for battleship wise, we have quite a difficulty. There's 4 ships, because now we added Germans to the mix and British, but there's no other British battleships yet. We only have the American, the Japanese, and the Germans. So first off, I'm going to say forget the Colorado. It's a good ship, but it's not going to be good for ranked. It's too slow, it's too bulky, it's just too big. You're going to get hammered. I mean, even I have rudder shifts on this thing, and the maneuverability is just terrible, so it's not a pick. Nagato, a little better, but still, you got a problem with this thing. Again, it's not going to be helpful. However, we do have the Germans, and the Gneisenau and the Scharnhorst are great picks. If I was in a battleship, I probably would be using my Scharnhorst myself, due to it's got great secondaries, it has torpedoes, it's fast reload, it's fast speed, it's great maneuverability. Overall, I think that's a great pick. Gneisenau for a non-premium is another good pick too. So, those are my 2 picks. Alright. Now, let's go into... as we switch this, let's go to next destroyers. We'll get into cruisers in a minute. Now, destroyers, I only have 4 I can choose, but there's another one. We'll go talk about that in a minute. We have, of course, the Premium Bliss from last time, and the Sims. Again, they're still going to get used. They're great premiums. Both can blind fire, and they can be very solid ships. Another new one now to the mix is the Russian Leningrad. It's going to be a great pick for the premiums. There is the Russian destroyer, the Kiev, but I wouldn't recommend that. Again, because you can't blind fire really in it. It's got good guns, but you can't blind fire, and you're going to have some great difficulty with that. Another okay pick, even though I don't recommend it, is the Mahan. You could pick this ship, but for me, I don't want it. I'm not cool with the Mahan. I don't like the Mahan myself, even though the torpedoes are really, really evil. And this is what I was talking about battleships. With you having that many torpedoes in the water, and some of these having... like, for example, the Mahan's is 6.4 range. And it's not detectable until 7 point... detectability by sea. It's detectable by that. So, but the kicker is this one, the Akazuki. Again, 3 bands of torps, triple torpedoes, a concealment of 7.2, and the torpedo range is 10. Fully upgraded, you are going to be in serious trouble. And if I remember correctly as well, if we went through the spec sheet, 10.4, 7.2, put concealment expert on that, and advanced fire training, you probably can blind fire on this. That's some serious stuff right there. Leningrad's another okay pick for my build. It doesn't have the ability really well to blind fire as well as the Sims or the Blisk, but it does have fast speed, great maneuverability, and pretty seriously devastating torpedoes. So there we go. The other Japanese that's also going to be a devastating ship is the Shirahatsu. That's another new one. And again, torpedoes, great guns. I don't have it yet, but if you have this, you have it upgraded, you have this thing spec'd out, this is another good ship to pick. And again, battleships are going to have problems. They're going to have serious problems. And if you are using your ships correctly and scouting up ahead with the destroyers, throwing torpedo balls or torpedoes to negate the battleships, taking one ship out in ranked battles is going to mean the difference between a victory and a defeat. So you really are becoming the clutch player, so to speak. You're going to be the difference between a victory or a defeat in that match. One ship can be the meaning of a difference. Just one ship. So, that's my picks. If you're doing destroyers, I go for the Japanese, or again, grab a Blisk or Sims. I love my Blisk, so I'd be picking my Blisk because great guns, great torpedo distance, great detectability, great concealment. It's very solid ship, and the guns are very powerful. Alright, so now we're going to the most interesting one of all. Not for tiers, but for cruisers here. Now, this is where things get a little interesting. Originally we had the Miyoko, which again is still a great pick. Good guns, great torpedoes, armor, but you have a great gun system. And if you want, you have all those ARP ships too. Technically you can use them. Then we have now the Russians. The Shores, thin armor, you can fire some fires easily, but that's it. Really, it's not going to be an easy ship to use. Pensacola. Again, thin armor, nothing to shake a stick at, but definitely not going to be easy in ranked battle. So maybe not the pick to pick. Indianapolis, the premium. You have the. This thing will let me. God dang it! I was trying to hit this button here, guys. You do have the Hydro. You could use a Hydro. And you have radar as well. You can use a radar. Like, I could use it right now on my setup. Had defensive fire for planes. Combine that with a premium repairs, of course. And your premium defensive fire, and you have pretty decent ship. This thing could be a very devastating ship. But again, the armor is really thin. You're going to have problems there. Because what if you bump into a Gneisenau or a Scharnhorst? Your armor is not going to be your best friend. Now, personally, my favorite ship of all time for cruisers has always been the York. But this time, I don't think I'd pick this for rank battle. Because, again, the armor is just terrible. You don't have a really good maneuverability. It does have a quite massive turning radius. And it doesn't do crazy damage. But it is a possible contender. I'm not going to shake a stick and say no. However, there are two contenders that I actually would say maybe would be contenders. The Miyoko's one of them, but the British line, the Fiji, and of course the Belfast are two ships that are definitely, absolutely, and completely devastating ships that can be used in rank battle, especially the Belfast with its smoke, hydro, and radar. Put that all together in one big mix, you have a great, terrifyingly devastating ship that is ready to annihilate its enemies. Of course, you could switch out stuff, but you can't in this. The Fiji, you could. You do have Hydro, you do have repairs, you do have the ability to switch to catapult or fighter, but of course you want to keep that and keep your smoke. But the Fiji is definitely a powerful ship, and it's got torpedoes as well that can be single fired. So you got the close and the far and the ability to stealth and hydro to help out your team. And the AA defense, including that it's not quad, it's I don't know, it's 8 something. Octoplet guns, we're gonna say. AA guns are just devastating against planes. So that would be a couple of the ranked ships. And of course, they're going to be doing the same thing again. The other thing that they're adding to the rank battles this time around for rank season 6 is they're going to be adding Epicenter to the mix. Now, I don't personally care for Epicenter. Some people like it, most people hate it. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be here to stay, so you're not going to be able to walk away from Epicenter maps. The goal was to teach you guys to play a little more aggressively. That was the goal of Epicenter. And it does, but it also has different characteristics to it too. So, overall guys, the picks would be a Gneisenau or Shine Horse for battleships. For cruisers, I choose a Belfast, Fiji, maybe York, Indianapolis maybe, and a Miyoko. For destroyers, don't pick the Kiev. Maybe the Mahan if you're really good. The Shirahatsu, the Akazuki. The German Limerick Maas. No. I'm gonna say no to that, guys. I'm sorry. The Limerick Maas has some decent guns. Decent torpedoes. But it is not a ship that can be definitely the change in tide of war. I apologize, but the German destroyers are so broken that they're not even going to be able to help you. They're just not going to be able to do anything. And of course, get the Premium Blisk or get the Premium Sims. They are definitely ships to be contenders with. Don't go for the Nagato. Well, maybe go for Nagato. Don't go for Colorado. Carry your players, get your Saipans and your Henrys ready, because they're going to be your ships to go for. So I think that's all the ships. And if you guys have any other suggestions for what ships you want to pick, let me know. I'm really interested in seeing if you guys are interested and ready for Rank Battle Season 6, because this time I'm going to go for it. I'm actually going to go for rank 1. Last time I was a lower rank than I wanted to be, but I kind of just had too much time on my hands to continue and push to get that rank 1. Now I got a little more free time on my hands in certain aspects. I will be going for that rank 1. I want that rank 1. I just want to say I've done it, and if I do it and they give me again, I'll do it a couple times to see if I can earn something nice from wargaming, hopefully. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little talk we did about the new 6.1 rank battle coming up. I hope you all enjoyed this, and as always, take care of yourselves.